All right, beautiful people. Continuing with our circles unit, we are now going to move on to area of a circle. So area is our keyword, and we learned all last year in 6th grade that area, when we see it, means to write the formula. So this is just a new shape for us for 7th grade. This is a circle, and we know that area is the space inside of the shape. Okay, when we see the word area, we should write the formula. We should write the formula, okay? And we refer to that as WTF, write the formula. All right, and so on our formula chart, this is our beautiful snapshot of our formula chart. You can clearly see area, and then you would find circle, because circle is what we're talking about. And there is only one formula for area. Okay, one formula for area. So again, we go to area. Area is our keyword. We find the word circle. And you'll notice that my formula has pi, just like before when we did circumference. I'm going to remind you guys, pi is, 3.14, unless you have answer choices. And then if you have answer choices, you can just use 3. And answer choices meaning like you have answer choice A, answer choice B, answer choice C, answer choice D. So again, if you see pi, you're going to use 3.14, or you can use 3 if there are answer choices. And you'll notice that we also have an R, and we remember R is radius. Okay? So it says, notice that the only formula for area of circles uses, what does it use? It uses radius. Okay? So we will still need to use R2D2 if they give us a diameter. So sometimes they might give us diameter. Well, we can't use a diameter in a area formula because the only formula we have has radius. So we will need to use R2D2. So remember, this is R2D2 over here. So remember, radius times 2, so times 2 is going to equal that diameter. And diameter divided by 2 is going to equal that radius. Okay? So let's practice a few example problems. So our first example problem is very straightforward. It tells us that we are finding area, and it tells us it's a circle, and it specifically gives us a picture. So I have to ask myself, what kind of measurement did they give me? Did they give me a radius, or did they give me a diameter? And I can see that it only goes halfway across the circle, so I know that is radius. So I'm going to go write my formula, write the formula anytime we see the word area. So I'm going to go write area equals pi r squared. So let's refresh our memories on what an exponent 2 means. An exponent 2 means you're going to multiply the base twice. So let's write that out in expanded form. And so that will actually look like this. Area equals pi r r. So pi times r times r. Okay, so anytime we write our formula, we're going to go ahead and rewrite it where our radius squared is actually just r times r. Again, the little 2 tells me to put the r twice. All right, so then I'm going to plug in what I know. Well, I don't have any answer choices, so I know that pi is going to be 3.14. So I'm going to write area equals 3.14 times my radius was 4 times my radius was 4. I'm going to box it and bring it down just like we did for circumference. So I have 3.14 times 4. Again, I'm not going to show you the multiplication because I know you can multiply. Big reminder there is put your decimal back in your answer. So we have 3.14 times 4, and we get area equals 12.56. I'm done with that step, but I have to bring down my times 4. I'm going to box it and bring it down again on my last step. Again, I am boxing it and bringing it down. I'm not going to show you the multiplication. Times 4, and that's going to be 50.24. Again, reminder, there were 2 decimals in my problem, so I needed to hop 2 decimals over. So 50.24, and that's going to be inches, and then on the inches, it's a squared. Anytime you have area, your measurement, inches, feet, centimeters, is going to have the little squared on it. But that goes on the words, not on the number, okay? And that's area. Let's try example number 2. So example number 2 gives us a picture again, but what you'll notice is in my first picture, my line went halfway across my circle, making it a radius. But in this picture, it goes all the way across the circle, making it a diameter. So I'm gonna go ahead and write D equals 12. So remember, we're always labeling what it is. D equals 12. All right, and then I have my keyword area. And area means to write the formula. It tells me it's a circle. So I go to my handy dandy formula chart, and I know I only have one formula for area. So I go write it down. Area equals pi r squared. And remember, instead of writing r squared, we're going to write r times r. This time I have answer choices, and so I'm going to use just 3 instead of 3.14 to show you what that looks like. So I'm going to plug in for pi 3. So I have area equals 3 times. We don't have an r. We have a diameter, so we need to use R2D2 to make our radius. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to say, okay, if the diameter is 12, 12 divided by 2 will be 6. So my radius is 6. And now I can continue to plug in. So 3 times 6 times 6. All right, and then when I multiply, I'm going to multiply 2 numbers at a time, just like before. And so 3 times 6 is 18. And then we have 18 times 6. Sorry, I'm running out of room. Is going to be 108, I believe. 18 times 6 is going to be 108, yes. So I'm going to write equals 108. Now what you should notice is that none of my answers say 108, and that's because I used the easier 3 than the 3.14. But that's okay because 108 is closest to which of these answers? Well, when I'm comparing, is it closest to 450? No. Is it closest to 37? No. Is it closest to 113? Maybe. That sounds pretty good. So I'm going to put an M for maybe. I know these are way too far away. And then is it closest to 62? No. So the only one that makes sense is B. So again, when you use 3 instead of 3.14, when you have answer choices, you're going to pick the answer that's closest. So again, I got 108. 108 is close to 113. Okay, don't let the decimal at the back mess with you. All right, example number 3. They give us another word problem, and this time no picture, but they still give us our keywords, which are radius of 8. So I'm going to go ahead and define r equals 8. And it says the word area, and we know area means we're going to write the formula. And it tells me that we're talking about a hubcap. So it doesn't tell me it's a circle. We have to know what a hubcap is. And a hubcap is the thing in the center of your tire, the thing that makes the tire pretty. Okay, that's the inside of the wheel. So we have a radius. We know the word area. So I'm going to go to my formula chart, and I'm going to write down area equals pi r squared. And then I'm going to rewrite it, pi times r times r. I have answer choices down here in the bottom corner. So I can use 3 for pi. So I'm going to plug in area equals 3 times, they gave me a radius in my problem, it's 8. So I'm going to say times 8 times 8. I'm still going to do my two numbers at a time. So 3 times 8 is 24. Area equals 24 times 8. And 24 times 8 is 192. So I have to figure out which of my answer choices is closest to 192. So is 192 closest to 201? Maybe, that's pretty close. So I'm going to put an M for maybe. Is my 192 closest to 50? No, that's too far away. What about 25? That's way farther away. What about 150? Well, which one's closer? This one is only 9 away, and this one is 42 away. So our best answer is going to be A. And that is area of circles, guys. Remember, we write the formula. We have to have a radius, so you need to use R2D2 when given a diameter. And pay attention to what they give you, and that is area of a circle.